Welcome back, everyone, to Salvy and Quinn, and the vibes are crazy today because I'm done Quinn 8, but I'm done school.
I'm still working on it.
And next week we will be celebrating both of us being done school with a drunk session.
Yes, I can't
so
wait.
if you're watching when this video comes out next week, you're gonna be seeing some slosh.
It's the only time of the year I ever feel alive is during the drunk session.
And I'm just so excited because this summer it's gonna be a movie, viewers. We got big plans. Maybe not, but just the Salvy Quinn vibes.
Yeah, do we have big plans?
You know this. The Salvy Quinn vibes in the spring and summer
man. It can't be
are just crazy. They're just crazy because it's like we're just sitting here, sun is shining outside.
It's a beautiful day.
We're gonna eat a burger later. I mean, how can you not be feeling those vibes, viewers? Just so excited.
We should do like a burger eating mukbang for them.
That would be crazy.
That would be.
It would just be silent and us just high as hell. But that would be sick. I'm back to work, and as you know, when Salvy's back to work, there's gonna be some crazy work stories. I had like even the very first few minutes I showed up, and I already had some stories. I had the very first thing I did was the spring startup for a sprinkler system on a high school that we did, and we were giving the system over to like the school board.
Yeah.
And within 5 minutes, the guy had already offered me a job. He was like, "Hey, do you want to come work for the school board?" Like, and I was like, "No, I do not want to work. My mom's a teacher. No, I'm good." And but he was like, "You should just apply though. You should apply." Like, blah. So they're starving for people. He didn't even see any of the irrigation. He had offered me a job already.
He didn't even like turn it on yet.
He was like, "You work for the irrigation company. You need to come work for us, dude. $26 an hour. Come on." I'm like, "I make more than that. Like, we're good."
Yeah.
And then later that day, I've got a new coworker. He's this 18-year-old kid, or he just turned 19. I know that because he was like, I think I'm gonna get into sports betting. Like he legitimately said that. He said like to me the idea of sports betting is so like brother, right? Like But he was like legitimately I'm gonna get into sports betting. Like
should try horse racing.
I know. And I just said to him. Because, I can't live his life for him. He's a 19. He's going to have to learn that sports betting is just a way to lose money most of the time.
Yeah.
But I just said, just be careful. He's like, oh, yeah, I know. But I see these people on Instagram. They bet, like, Mbappe's going to have 3 shots, and then they win $1,000. And it's like,
oh, yeah, it's all real. If it's on Instagram, bro, drop millions on it. Your whole savings.
Like, dude, just think about it. You don't show people when you fail. You don't post it everywhere. Right, you don't go to the casino, lose a bunch of money, and like Snapchat streaks. You go and you win some money, and you post about it. Like obviously that's the guy's win, but whatever. But he's this young 19-year-old kid. I tell him like, "Hey, just be careful with sports betting." He's like, "Yeah, whatever."
You say that like you're so much like older than advisor.
I am, dude. I'm not sports betting. Clearly, I am smarter than him. But he was. We were talking about sports, and I was like, what do you watch or what do you play? And he plays and watches soccer just like me. And he lives. I think I told the story with the chainsaws, the cup game.
Like when your soccer game. Yeah.
We had a soccer game up in a more rural area. That's a tough one, dude. That's a more rural area of the city, and. They're a little bit more hillbilly out there. So we're playing soccer, and they've got chainsaws going. And like when we're about to take a goal kick or they score, they rev up the chainsaws, and they take the chain off, obviously, so it's like safe. And this guy's from that area, and I'm like, "Oh, did you see the game up there? Were you there?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I was at that game." And I'm like, "Oh, do you remember when the goalie came on in the 75th minute?" And like he's like, "Oh yeah, I remember that." I'm like, "That was me." He's like, "What?" And then we like laugh about it, and he's like, "Yeah, I think I was on a chainsaw that game."
He was on chainsaw duty. That's
I was
so
like,
funny.
"Oh my god, I'm working with one of the people who's making the noise, like who's on the chainsaw,
roasting you." Like,
and I told him like, "Oh yeah, there was this girl like or this woman. You're like, you suck, keeper, you suck." And I was like that because I'm not a keeper viewers. Like we didn't have a keeper, so I had to go in right at the end, like an emergency situation. Real like hundreds of people watching me, and I'm not a keeper, and it's it's embarrassing. It's scary. And there's like a woman behind me. What, the keeper? You suck. You suck. And my coworker was like, "Yeah, we get a little too much." He's like, "Yeah, sorry."
Yeah, we can tell.
Yeah, but my mom gets brutal sometimes.
She starts fights.
Yeah. That's really funny. The amusement park, dude?
Yeah, this is my favorite area of the game.
I'm ready to party.
Because the music's banging and it's like just a cool looking area.
This is like, Lies of P.
I don't know much about it, but like I know
a couple months ago. Yeah, this is like kind of the starting area. It's like the circus. This looks very similar to it. But yeah, so that was so funny. Like just meeting this new coworker, and the first day I meet him, oh yeah, I was on the chainsaw. I told my parents that story. It was an all-time classic. They're like, he was on the chainsaw because they were at that game too. You know. And then I got this other new coworker. He's actually been around for a while, but I've never really worked with him. He's Mexican. His name is Jesus.
Yeah.
And he doesn't speak much Spanish, but the new coworker, the young guy, he speaks fluent Spanish, which is like out of left field. I did not see that one coming, but he just speaks fluent Spanish, so he's able to talk to him really well, which is great. But I kind of met Jesus for the first time today, and he was like, "What's your name?" And I said Sal, and I could see it in his eyes. That name does not compute. Like he could see it in his head.
Right.
He's like, Sal, like how do you spell that? You know, it's foreign. And then I was like, oh well, he's Mexican, so I was like, it's short for Salvador. And instantly he was like, oh, but it was in like a confused way.
Yeah, like why the fuck would you ever do that?
I know. And he's looking at me, probably thinking like fucking Hombre Blanco. Like why is his name Salvador? Like what? Also, you don't say it that way in Spanish. It's like Salvador, right? Like the L is not pronounced. So I go by Sal, like the heavy L. Hard L.
Hard L, yeah. White boys got the hard L on Sal.
And they just say like Salvador. Actually, Chava is like a nickname for Salvador. It's
I've never heard that, but
yeah, well, yeah.
I'm white, so
yeah, I wouldn't expect to. But anyway, so I said Salvador, and his eyes went like, whoa, what? And I was wondering what he was thinking. I was wondering if he was like, so you speak Spanish? No, don't speak a word. No hablo inglés. You know how it is.
Like that's what he asked you, or he doesn't speak Spanish?
No. He's Mexican.
Okay, because he said one guy does, one guy doesn't.
Yeah. But I was, his name's Salvador. He must speak Spanish.
Nope. Nope.
Est-ce que je peux aller aux toilettes, s'il vous plaît? If we got a French guy on the squad, dude,
you would not be hitting that. Like you would try once, you'd be like, I could barely understand you.
If I said one thing to him, like if I tried to tell him an instruction in French and he just looked at me, I would instantly be like, nope, never doing that again in my life. I don't speak French actually.
When I went to France, when I was back still in middle school, I tried to use it exactly one time because they didn't understand my order or whatever. I was like, I want the crepe with the Nutella. They just weren't getting it. So I was like, je veux le crêpe avec le Nutella.
Well, because we speak...
And she just like looked at me, she's like, don't. It literally said don't. I was like, yeah, okay. Won't be trying that again.
Don't? She said.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, because in France, they speak like real French, and then Quebec is like hillbilly French. That's how they describe it.
Yeah, I know. They all hate on
the fucking
Quebec
marbles
French.
in the mouth, right?
Quebecois or whatever.
Yeah. So it's like, imagine what you sounded like, a middle schooler learning hillbilly French in Paris or whatever. Like that's don't.
Would have been bad.
Do not go in there.
I was just listening to a couple of French songs yesterday because there was a couple that for some reason every French teacher would always play it for the class.
Oh
like,
yeah, I remember those.
There was Shui Bo or whatever. I don't know if you ever heard that one, and then Jacuzzi. And those were like the two that they would always play. Yeah, Je nous place son masque dans ma jacuzzi.
What was the danse one? Like
danse. I didn't listen to that one, but I know that one too. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's something like the chorus is just like dance.
Yeah. Like even us Englishmen could understand.
Yeah. No, we know how to break it down on that. I can bust it down on the dance.
Absolutely.
Are we gonna ride the ride?
I think so.
Is it happening?
I don't know if we're gonna.
This is a boss fight. I don't know
if we're gonna buckle in.
This is gonna be like a fucking Cuphead boss fight coming up.
Hey, 2B. Yes.
Do you want to kiss? Look, the heart behind them. Oh my god!
Oh, it's gonna happen.
I celebrated my very first day back at work with Domino's. And I get outside and the Domino's guy pulls up and I'm like, I'll just wait until he gets out of his car before I step out of the building, so it's like timed well. I know how to do it, all right? And then another Domino's car pulls up, and I'm like, oh, this is banter, I gotta get out there. The two Domino's drivers, like, the Spider-Man meme where they're pulling they literally do that. They get out, it's like, and then they kind of like, at first it's hype, and then they go, wait, why did one of us just do this?
Were they from the exact same store? Yeah. I guess they must have been, because they all have
so they just drove from the same location to the same location.
Like 5 minutes apart.
And I'm like, dude, you could have, no, not even, like, 30 seconds apart. They were behind each other in traffic, dude. They both made the same left. Like, it's so stupid. And they're just like, man, we could have just taken both orders and whatever. And then I go up to the first guy. He's like, for Sal? And I'm like, or I say for Sal. He's like, no, that's the other guy. And I'm like, fuck.
That's funny.
And then I'm like, all right, boys, have a good one. Like, I say goodbye to both. And then I run upstairs because I really wanted to take a picture of both of the cars outside. Yeah. And then, like,
both of them.
both Domino's drivers. And I wanted to, like, send it to everybody and be like, Domino's peak efficiency right here. Like, the same thing. But I got up there and the guy had given me my pizza was gone. I was like, no!
I wouldn't have even been mad if I was one of those two guys. That would have just been
Because
I would have been like, I'm still getting paid.
Yeah,
like,
no, they didn't
I
give
need
shit.
to. Yeah.
They just thought it was funny. They're like, oh, we probably could have. Well, whatever. I mean, I guess if they had different orders, maybe they would have thought of that. But you know, you just drive the orders there. This is intense, dude.
This is the boss fight.
Yeah, she got the dress, dude.
She's hype. She's putting on the whole show. I don't know why did the camera turn away. That's not me controlling it. I can't move it back.
Oh, the difficulty spike, dude. Phase 2. What? It's actually a fixed camera?
Yes.
Dude, what is this? Whose health bar is that?
There we go. I can just get closer to her.
I think...
It's trying really hard not to show me her.
What is happening? This is... Are you dodging through those balls right now?
Yeah, you can just spam the button.
Okay.
Pretty much.
I thought you were really nice with it.
I mean, I'm a nice guy.
I know you are. We back played Fall Guys.
Yeah, we're some real nice guys.
Top 10 humongous bars of 2024.
I'm feeling that the inspiration. Maybe I need to drop another banger, another humongous classic.
Get Salty B on the feature.
Feet Salty B, yeah.
Was that what we decided would also be my rap name? Because you're obviously humongous.
Yeah, I think Salty B makes sense.
Yeah, okay.
We're just playing a little mini game, like. Don't.
What? That was
we're hacking
like
into the mainframe, so we can like take over his mind.
That was like a fucking Ubisoft, like.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. She hid the Crip Walk right now?
What's good, 2B?
She in the heel.
She in the stanky leg? Oh, lost in the cutscene.
We did lose in the cutscene, actually.
She's got some more steak.
I see 9S giving her the hand on the shoulder real quick, just like, hey.
They're just all doing that.
Oh shit. This is crazy. I do like this area.
Yeah, this is super cool.
Oh no. It's a bunch of corpses tied to crucifixes. What are we gonna do? Actually, they're not crucifixes. They're like Ys.
They're just stakes, I guess.
Yeah. Tree stakes. Like how you pound stakes next to a tree and tie it so it'll grow. My company, I found out this when I was gone. They just had nothing to do one day, so they sent the old guy on the crew to go take out a bunch of tree stakes. And as he took them out, and the trees immediately fell over. And these are like 3-year-old, like maybe 3-story tall trees, like real ass trees. He takes the stake out, and the thing is, he did it to multiple of them. Like,
why didn't he stop it for the first one?
He did all the trees, and like some of them fell. Not all of them. Some of them fell. So he was just like yank, and just like. Okay, that one fell. Yank! No, that one's good. It's like...
I mean, I guess. Like, yeah, if they're not all falling, then, like, do your best.
And then I was on site, and every tree now has 3 stakes, which is so many. And instead of it being... Normally, it's like 1 on each side. And then you tie to each one.
Yeah.
It's 3 all on the same side. Like, it's clear.
Like, all the ones that fell down, they just had to put a bunch more in to try to fix it.
It's clearly just like 3 stakes is like constantly holding the tree up. It's so funny.
That's wild. That's baby trees just like suck, straight up.
Baby trees?
Well, just like small trees in general, I feel like. Because they're always like...
They're gonna grow, dude.
Well, clearly they're struggling. They need the training wheels. Like, come on.
Look how small this fucking baby is, dude. What the fuck?
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, they need some bigger trees up there.
I'm excited
because the tree C-sections.
I've been doing landscaping and construction, all that for like, I don't know, 6 years, I guess.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see some of the trees that I've done. Like get big.
Like when you're an adult?
That's gonna be cool. Yeah,
you're gonna be showing your kids
I grow up, dude.
Pictures of that one slab you did at work today, which you can put on screen because it was crazy.
I did a little bit of slab work.
Yeah. And then you also show them the trees, I guess, which is maybe the less cool thing.
I don't have any pictures of trees, but
what the hell?
I'll put the slab in. I did that at work on Thursday of yours. Looking pretty nice. You can see the pavers I put in and the clear crush around it. Looks good. That's in somebody's backyard forever. Or at least for the next like 40 years.
Until they take the stake out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the slab. You've got the steak propping up the slab. The whole like infrastructure of the building is just like a few stakes in the ground. I mean, I guess that is like how it works. But
yeah, it's a long boss fight, dude. You've had to hack into her multiple times.
Every time I get hit, I have to hack to like avoid getting hacked. I think is what's happening if I remember correctly.
What?
Because they're trying to hack me.
You have to do a mini game every time you get hit.
Bro, the second time you play through this game, for if you're going for like the proper ending and stuff, you have to do that a million times. It's so annoying.
Why? What changes?
Because, well, no spoilers, but I'm gonna spoil it. You play as 9S, and that's like his whole thing is he hacks enemies to like do damage instead of just hack and slashing them. You know?
That sounds so shitty. And that's honestly, that doesn't even feel like a spoiler. Duh. Of course, you play as the character who's like. I mean, he's got all the animations already. He's doing this shit. Yeah, that makes sense. Is there I don't really understand the whole sequels and stuff, because there's like a bunch of different versions of this game, right?
There's different Niers, yeah.
And
like Nier games.
Is it a series or what?
It's a series, but like you could understand this one just fine without it. So the original 3 were on like the PS2, and they weren't called Nier. They were called like Drakengard, I think, or something like that.
Never heard of them.
Apparently they sucked, kind of, basically. And then this is like 5,000 years in the future. So like, yeah, it's probably cool if you played the originals, but you can do it fine without it.
5,000.
Yeah, like, like it's chill. Like
Super Mario Future. It's set 2 billion years, and there's no Mario. There's no humans. It's just like robots. And shit. You can do that. Like this,
they should do that.
This could be.
What's
Mario,
the Mario time? This will be Super Mario in the year. What's she talking about?
What is that? Was that a health bar at the top? What just happened?
Level up animation thing.
Pod. I need my jewel pod.
Quick, lemon rose
That's
flavor.
what the robot's for, dude.
Yeah.
It's the jewel bread.
You gotta go through the menu to pick out your favorite flavor of jewel.
He kind of looks Julie.
Julie. Yes, he is. And don't call me Julie.
All right, I guess we'll end there. Is that a good? Thanks for the assist. We did all that shit.
Yeah, we killed it. What the fuck were you doing, 9S, bitch?
We'll find out what he was doing in the next episode, viewers. Thanks for watching. We'll see you then. I'm okay. What's up? Goodbye.